Yay, the media's after PewDiePie again, guys. At this point, it's not surprising, but yeah, the media is back after PewDiePie, doing what they do always, taking shit out of context and trying to paint him as anti-Semitic and a Nazi lover once again, guys. So, for those of you who have been living under a rock, PewDiePie is growing once again at a crazy rate due to the whole PewDiePie versus T-Series feud going on here on YouTube. He's gained like 6.5 million subs in the last month, ridiculous amounts of growth. He just is about to actually hit 80 million, I think. So, yeah, he's been going fucking wild, right? PewDiePie is balling once again. So, if you haven't already, please subscribe to PewDiePie. We need to help him beat T-Series. But the media is after him once again, because what else does the media have to do? Report on shit that's actually going on? No. They gotta go after PewDiePie for making some fucking internet jokes, right? So, the first time this happened, obviously, was when he was paying people on Fiverr to make jokes. This happened, about a year, maybe 2 years ago now. It's been a little bit. He got his YouTube original series canceled. He faced so much hate and negativity from the media and people who had no idea what was really going on. And of course, most of us, I guess, tried to rally around him, but as time went on, of course, he ended up saying the N-word on stream. That was a whole different controversy. But hey, PewDiePie is apparently an anti-Semite again, because he recently shouted out a bunch of YouTube channels, and I guess he shouted out an anti-Semitic channel. Now, PewDiePie claims, of course, that he didn't know that this channel was anti-Semitic and whatnot, and honestly, the way that I see it, it's like, if you don't know what kind of content these people are making, you shouldn't really be shouting them out, but of course the media took off with this, and within the next fucking few hours, pretty much, it was already in headlines from all these obviously very reputable news organizations. You got people like Vox and The Verge who get out here and they type up their little article about PewDiePie's ties to white supremacy spells trouble for the future of YouTube. Real talk, I've never met someone who's intelligent who legitimately reads Vox and figures it to be an actual news organization that is reputable, credible, and actually is putting out something worth reading. But then again, when you take shit out of context like this, man, it's really easy to write an article. It's really easy to put someone's career on blast. Now, PewDiePie shouted out this anti-Semitic channel because of an anime review or whatever. Apparently, he didn't know that it was an anti-Semite channel. Honestly, at this point, yeah, he fucked up. But come on, really? Like, it just seems like these people, they're trying to equate him endorsing one video from a channel that is apparently anti-Semitic to him, like, attending Ku Klux Klan rallies in his fucking hood, throwing out the white power symbol, you know? And all that they're really doing when they do this, and they're putting all this attention on a YouTuber for something so stupid, is they're devaluing the actual problem, okay? All they're doing is they're taking attention that really could be put against real white supremacy, real racial issues, and actually focusing on things in the real world that can be done to prevent these issues, and they're putting it against jokes on the internet, okay? Jokes that are so common on the internet that they're almost impossible to stop. And you have to think about it like that, really. You really have to think, what does Vox honestly care, okay? Because when you look at this, it's littered in ads, okay? They're making plenty of fucking cake off of shitting on this YouTuber, trying to ruin his career because of things that they know they can take out of context. And trust me, these aren't the only people doing it, right? This happens every time PewDiePie does anything controversial, okay? And then there's this champion on Twitter named Joe Bernstein. He's an obviously really intelligent guy here. He puts out on December 11th, following the news that PewDiePie endorsed an anti-Semitic YouTuber. Here's a screenshot from a recent video in which PewDiePie played a shooting game with and laughed at a fan named Rabbi Shekel, whose avatar is the famous anti-Jew Lay Happy Merchant. Links the video, right? So at first look, if you have no idea who PewDiePie is, what his content's about, anything like that, right, you would think, wow, this is actually kind of shitty, right? Let me tell you, Joe, because you don't sound like you play video games very often, and honestly, at this point, you shouldn't be commenting on video games because you clearly have no clue what you're talking about. Someone being named Rabbi Shekel and having the avatar of Le Happy Merchant is fucking cake work compared to some of the things you will see on the internet. I mean, the world is just getting so soft and so afraid of everything. It's just insane to me how these people lived past like age 11. But hey, guess what? Joe takes this completely out of context because, hey, what else can he do? Because if he actually put all the context in it and actually, reported on something credible, it wouldn't fit his agenda and it wouldn't make much sense to his audience who is just fucking eating this stupid crap up, right? So thankfully, Justin Wang, aka Wang here on YouTube, he's the homie, man. Like, if it wasn't for this guy, I can't imagine how far this really would have went, right? So he responds, Joe is being deceptive. Here's the actual context. PewDiePie laughs because the guy runs up and shoots a player that's in the middle of telling PewDiePie how much he means to him, cutting off the nice speech. I will play the clip for you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, hey man, I really appreciate your content. You've gotten me through some tough times, and I respect the
Thank God that this has 8.5 thousand likes, almost 1,000 retweets as of right now, okay? And thankfully, the whole internet put this idiot on blast because people like him just deserve to be mocked out of their profession. Of course, he's a reporter at Buzzfeed, so that doesn't really shock me too much that this fucking idiot would actually say something so stupid, but if you saw that clip, you will realize that not only does PewDiePie do nothing anti-Semitic, but that the guy who actually tried to turn this into something anti-Semitic for his own career propulsion obviously took this out of context. So imagine that you're Joe in this situation. You have basically attacked someone's career on the internet trying to report something that you know is obviously false, because he's watched the video. He's watched 3 minutes and 40 seconds in. He knows the context of what's going on. He understands in his own head what this video really is. But do you think he's gonna report that? No. So what do you do if you're Joe and the whole internet comes through and just pokes holes in the stupid shit you honestly had to say trying to ruin someone's career just to get yourself your 15 minutes of fame? How do you think that this champion of journalism responded? Of course he puts out a tweet saying PewDiePie's fans were badly triggered by a tweet I did. It's not even PewDiePie fans, it's just people who aren't fucking idiots, right? It's just people who don't have to sit there and watch one side of context of things so it can just fill their own political agenda. The fact that people like this even have journalistic careers is mind-boggling to me, because this is it's clear to anyone with a fucking brain that this guy is just making a career move. He sees that PewDiePie is being called an anti-Semite by other left-wing people on the internet. He decides, well, hey, if I take something out of context too and put it all over the whole onlines and on my Twitters, maybe I can make a little bit of money and people will follow me and call me the good guy for once. Like, get the fuck out of here, dude. Like, I gotta figure that the journalists who pull this shit, who just sit around and literally commit career defamation against people because they see their small little opportunity. How badly did you get bullied in school? What kind of abuse did you have to go through to where, like, you actually think that that's, like, the right fucking thing to do? So is PewDiePie really an anti-Semite for making some jokes and shit like that? Well, okay, if you think he is, whatever, okay? You're free to think, you're free to be wrong. That's completely within your right. But are you within your right to commit career fucking defamation against somebody and take clips of their content out of context and post it on the internet as somebody who's supposed to be a journalist? That way you can get people on your side and you can make your career fucking pop off. Do you have that right? No, you don't. Losers like Joe are why nobody respects the media anymore. Nobody respects any mainstream organizations. They're all full of shit. They all politicize things onto their side. They draw invisible lines in the sand, and then once somebody steps even maybe a toe hair over it, they fucking snap on them, and they do whatever they can to ruin their career and drive them into the dirt if it means even that they make $30,000 a year. People like Joe, people at Vox, the people who are spewing this stupid shit just so they can go ahead and try and take someone down on the internet they don't agree with should all be ashamed of themselves, and people should literally do whatever they can to have them removed from their profession, because they're not journalists. These people are not journalists. These people are career assassins who are trying to do dirty fucking little measures that way they can get what they want. Those people do not belong in the free press. Those people do not belong in a position where they have the ability to inform thousands, if not millions of people on a daily basis. And the real reason that these journalists and these quote-unquote news outlets and everything, the real reason that they go after YouTube and the reason they go after YouTubers and they try to put all this false pressure on people and they try to make the whole internet that isn't them look like they're a bunch of racist pigs is because they're afraid. They know that YouTube is the eventual replacement for their career. They know that people eventually will go to YouTube to get real information and news. They realize that people are no longer going to go to their website eventually and read the stupid shit they have to say. They're afraid that their careers are going to go under. They're afraid that the publications, quote unquote, that they report for are going to go under. They're afraid because they know YouTube as a platform is eventually going to take them out. These people will have no place on YouTube. People like Joe are not going to come over here and spew that kind of shit and get away with it, because I can tell you what, If the YouTube community came to Twitter to shit on him like this, I can't imagine what'll happen on actual YouTube. In conclusion, PewDiePie is not an anti-Semite because he made some jokes or he accidentally endorsed a channel that he didn't know was anti-Semitic over one video that he liked. You're not a journalist because you take shit out of context to ruin careers. Am I a journalist? Does it make me a journalist that I can sit here and shit on Joe all day on YouTube? No. I'm not a journalist, and you shouldn't give these kind of people that amount of trust, okay? You shouldn't give all of your belief into these kinds of people, because in the end, all they're going to do is lie to you and manipulate you. That way, their political agenda can go first, and the money can roll into their pockets. That's all this is. That's all this whole hate train against PewDiePie from the mainstream media has always been about. That's what it'll always be about. They're never going to actually find a real reason. Thank you guys for watching. If you did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, subscribe if you're brand new around here, follow me on Twitter @subtooptimus, join the Discord down below. Thank you to my channel members for your $5 a month. Your support helps me tremendously. And until my next video, guys, this is Optimus attacking the mainstream media, and I'm signing out.